hot in here, folks. We've got 12 drivers, 1 championship, round 6. The track is hot, and it's time to go. It's time to go racing. There we go. That is the go from APR Green. Skiddy gets a brilliant start. He's up into P10, already challenging Turbo for early positioning as everyone is jumping and scrambling to get that initial start. He's going to be keeping it tight and going to be looking to get move around the outside. Looks a little bit of a wall scrape from Turbo. That's going to net P9 to Skiddy. This is where we want to be, folks. Sunday Driver looks to be trying to keep it on the inside as well, trying to keep a form of space, but he's kind of boxed in. He's sandwiched in. Jesus going to be pushing up and is going to be looking as 3 wider help ahead. It's getting very messy between P6 and P8. Zabri's into the wall.
There is a lot of contact happening right here. I'm just on board with Skiddy. There is a lot of contact going on there. A bit sketchy from some of the drivers actually going through these next few corners. You'd think it's the first lap. Maybe they just want to tuck behind one another. But then again, maybe they don't. Maybe they want to go all out at these first few laps just to try and get some track position.
You need to go super aggressive in these early laps. You need to establish position, establish dominance almost, and waiting is not an option. Up there right now to see what's going on. They do have a little bit of a fight going on, but Skiddy's gone very deep into turn 7. He's hit a lot of the barriers, a lot of the lampposts, and that is going to mean that he's getting a big gap between himself and Sunday Driver. And Turbo is now a threat once again. These two seem to be at each other's throats for a good chunk, but Zabri's coming out of nowhere. He's coming out of nowhere.
That's a brilliant dive from Zabri up the inside. Perfect dive. No major contact to put either of them out of contention for further positions.
Done yet. Turbo is not done yet. However, you see him making that push through the 3rd sector, trying to keep that pressure on, saying no.
This really is a game of cat and mouse. And then you've got Temir in P11, I think.
How did he hit that checkpoint? Wow, okay. Well, here.
Oh, yeah. And I think if I'm making a comparison here, ooh,
it's an amazing move there from Timmy. We're gonna hop on board with Zabri, and we're gonna see he's gonna send it heading into the 3rd sector on Skiddy. In fact, Skiddy's gonna contact the wall here. He's not gonna get the cleanest.
Little bit of a squeeze.
He's not going to get the cleanest move through there, but Zabri is going to net P8 here out of this whole ordeal. Question is, can he keep it? Prime opportunity. Could we see some spicier moves going into this sector? Oh, Sunday with a big shunt that looks like on Jesus. I think they made contact, and Sunday went into the back of Jesus, sending him wide. Now, he does yield. He does go and let Jesus retain 6th place, but that opens the door for Zabri, and he's going to inherit P7. And oh, looks like Zabri's going to be going for another move, however, on Jesus. That closing gap is really coming down to the wire now. He's going to be firing it down the inside, heading into the 3rd sector. He is going to get it done. A little bit of rubbing on that other Ford GT, but he is going to get that 6th position.
That last corner, just a little bit, so...
But here we go. This is his opportunity. Sunday goes wide, and he pushes on the inside by a pixel.
Really poor
the
driving,
checkpoint.
actually.
Maybe in post or whatever. Love you. Shout out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. Anyway, Breezy is going to be coming around the outside from turn 1.
Making a move, trying to control the inside there. Control the inside, gets the move done on Randler.
What a move!
But Randler as well, getting on the grass. Ooh.
You'd think that the moves are always going to be had on the inside, but
they need to have a hard look at themselves and say, right, we're going to work together here. You can stay in my slipstream.
Hang on, Breezy, big mistake coming out of the downhill. That is going to be Randler re-inheriting P2 as Breezy messes up the transition to the 2nd sector. Say turn 5, squabbles it, trying to stabilize, hits the apex, and Randler is going to retake P2.
Focused on one another, they've got that tunnel vision, which you really do not want to have while you're racing, because you lose awareness, you lose composure, and here you've got Breezy.
Oh, here we go.
Breezy.
That was so
He's trying
close
to get
Randler.
past.
He nearly hits the grandstands as he made contact with Breezy on the final corner. That was super sketchy. I wonder if anyone's going to have anything to say about that. But wow, Breezy had the run on there. That contact could have been disastrous. Breezy really needs to kick it into high gear because he's the one in charge of this whole crusade. Randall's going to get impatient. If he's going... Ooh! And that is going to be a rough one as Breezy hits the tree. He hits the tree on the downhill, and Randall all of a sudden has a track of his own. Ouch! That is gotta hurt.
That is horrible for Breezy. That I feel honestly so bad. But, I mean, with him eating a tree, I wonder... do we now know what vegans are like? But no, in all honesty, really poor mistake for Breezy. I can't tell if, you know, maybe he overcorrected or if he...
You can see them both going real hard and trying to squeeze out any inch that they can get from this track.
If I'm being honest, the real question here is actually, are either of them going to keep it clean with each other?
It's looking good so far, looking very strong. Jesus had it around the outside, uses the two right-handers to squeeze it through, control the apex. Is going to be P6.
Absolutely perfect move from Jesus. That was a clean move. That was.
Oh, there's Breezy.
That's something we need to see.
Breezy's down in P5 now. He's missed another checkpoint, and he's appeared right in front of Jesus. Breezy is fully molding here. You can see that he is just falling apart. Since he hit that tree, it has been game over for him. So we see we saw Green crossing the line for a split second there. That is going to be Green taking the win of this race. And this is where that final fight comes to a head. Is it going to be a move from Sunday? No, Jesus going to have it in those last dying seconds of the race. A solid result. And this is a great drive from all drivers, from all involved. As we see the last few drivers coming across the line, we did manage to catch the race winner crossing the line there. But there we go. That is where we take our results. And wow.
That was a good race. That was a very good race.
Just